Hello viewers, welcome to the Editorial Analysis by Drishti IAS. In this section, we regularly take editorials from various newspapers and news portals for a better understanding of various issues happening in India and around the globe. Dear viewers, in this section, we first try to link the editorial with our UPSC syllabus. Then we go analytical in order to understand some key points and at last some important concepts. Dear viewers, we truly hope that you like this initiative taken by Drishti IAS and your feedbacks are important for us. So kindly feel free to give your important feedbacks in the comment section. So without any further delay, let's commence our session.
Dear viewer, this video is available in Hindi as well. If you wish to watch it, please visit our Hindi YouTube channel, Dristhi IAS. For your convenience, the link for this video in Hindi has been provided in the description below.
Today's editorial is taken from the Economic Times, published on 4th of March 2021. The title of today's editorial is Investment from China. The issue is control, not insulating sector. If we try to link today's editorial with our UPSC syllabus, we can link it with GS Paper 3, which has sections that include challenges to internal security through communication networks, role of media, social networking sites in internal security challenges, basis of cybersecurity, money laundering and its prevention. Some of the key points from today's editorial. Can India draw in investment from China without compromising national security? See, the biggest question that we have in front of us is, can we take investments from China and those investments are not threat to our national security? Rather than sector or levels of investment, policy must focus on control. Indeed, a growing economy like India should be happy to make use of capital from all across the world, including from China. Now, we all know that India is a growing economy, and in a growing economy, there are a tremendous avenue which is required to be fulfilled. Those avenues can only be completed when you have a plentiful of investments. Now, that investments should come across the entire globe. Now, whether it is China, whether it is United States of America, whether it is European Union, India must welcome all such investments. However, one thing that should be taken into consideration is any such capital which is coming into India, it should not pose any threat to India's national security. And control is the key element in determining the capacity of a foreign investor to do anything more than rake in profits. See, when we speak about the investment that is coming, yes, everyone who is investing, somewhere down the line, their primary agenda has to be profit. Expecting profit is no harm. If a businessman starts a business, then definitely the reason why he has started that business is because he's expecting some profits. Similarly, if countries are giving us some investments, in return, they must be expecting some profits. But this deal should only be limited to making profits, not providing them any advances into our national security. Those investments should not prove or should not do any harm to our national security. Now, if we speak about the present question, what exactly is the question we have? Can Chinese capital be allowed in national highways or ports or electricity grids? This is the primary question. There are no longer passive infrastructure. All of them have control systems linked to the programmable logic controllers whose command can, in theory, be taken over by a hostile alien, particularly if routers or bits of softwares installed in the infrastructure contain Trojan meant to facilitate such hijacking. See, there was a time when everything was manual. Now, at that point of time, the kind of infrastructure we saw was a passive one, but now, in such an advancement in today's technology, everything has got controlled systems which are linked to controllers. Now, all those commands can be overridden by some hostile alien. Now, what I'm exactly talking about, if those investments that have come, if the products which have come from various countries, if they already have made such programs, made such Trojan wares, which can later on be used for hijacking, then just imagine what exactly could be the situation of our ports, our electricity grids. There could be a blackout anytime, any day, whenever those hostile aliens or hackers, they want to do it. What kit procured from where and installed by whom, under whose supervision is the key question. Now, in order to curb this issue, in order to contain this issue, it is very important that every product that is being used, it is required to be analyzed, that from where exactly all these products have been purchased, who has actually installed these entire systems. It is very important. We should have a complete control. There has to be a complete analytical assessment of all the products, all the kits that are being used there, because it is something we are talking about national security here, and it cannot be taken lightly. This is not determined by the national origin or level of foreign capital in the project. Rather, the issue is control over relevant decision making and intelligent enforced guidelines on what kind of gear can be deployed, backed up by the capacity to test kit for vulnerability from frequent random sample. See, now, one of the most important things that is required to be understood here is that we are not stopping any investment. If you're stopping investment into your country, that means you are bringing trouble, you are bringing issues for your own self. Now, if you are so much concerned, if we people are so much concerned about our national security, so what exactly could be the best way to fight against this? Now, if you think logically, the best way could be assemble your men, assemble your people, make such teams which can actually see that whether the required guidelines on one particular kit or one particular gear is being followed or not. Whatever instruments, whatever devices are being installed, it is the responsibility of the agencies, it is the responsibility of the agencies who are involved, that they have to ensure that there is nothing fishy, there is nothing dubious that is present in all those gears or all those equipments. There has to be a ready testing each and every time. There can be surprise testing. Our analytical teams can visit any site whenever they want to, and they can cross-check the entire system under which the entire operation is being done. Now, if such approach is being followed, then yes, if other person is trying to get smart, then the right approach to fight that person is not by boycotting him, but by becoming even smarter. That's exactly how business should be done. If you know that there is a potential threat coming from that particular country, okay, fine. If the country is willing to give you the investments, take the investments, but you have to ensure, you have to make sure that whatever I am doing, whatever initiative I have taken, it is not going to do any harm, and I will be 100% vigilant while all such installations are being done, all such installations are being made. Now, that exactly should be the right process to fight against such threats. The way ahead, Indian infrastructure companies that seek foreign investment must have shares with the differential voting rights and retail controls with Indian, who will not sign away economic interest and voting rights associated with the shares registered in their name. See, I said the infrastructure companies that we have, they require foreign investment and they should have differential voting rights. Most important thing is, whenever these Indian infrastructure companies are working, it is very important that the majority, that the control of the voting rights should be with Indians, because it is very important that whatever decisions they are taking, they will be answerable here in our country, in our judicial system. And it is quite important. The ability to conduct forensic audit of nothing just accounts, but also technical equipment is another prerequisite. See, when we speak about auditing, so auditing should not be done only for accounts. This is something which used to happen in the past. Auditing of accounts, yes, it is quite important, but now the most important thing is we also have to go for the auditing of the technical equipments. It is something which has to be made a prerequisite, because when we are speaking about the technical equipments, these are those on which the pillars of our development are actually based. Any kind of technical equipment, if we have any queries, or from wherever it is coming, whether it is coming from China, whether it is coming from any other country, there has to be a proper forensic auditing of those technical equipments as well. Putting these in place is vital to give entrepreneur broad access to global capital. Now, if such things are taken into consideration and these are being followed aptly, then I'm sure that whosoever wants to have access to the foreign capital, they are most welcome in it. So viewers, this was with today's editorial analysis. Now, something that can be framed with reference to today's editorial could be, like, there could be questions about challenges to national security via technology, or what are the important potential threats that China is posing before us when it comes to cyberspace or technology. So viewers, this was with today's editorial analysis. I hope you liked it. Thank you very much.